Alright, I'm switching back to this bigger Helco axe. Can't remember, it's probably, I think it's about 6 pounds. Might be 6.5, but it's heavier than the other axes. Let's see how this works. Try a few different angles and see if I can do any better here. This is just a more difficult piece of wood than I had expected. We're up to plan D. Sure, it's a good thing this is so much fun. Who says I'm not getting anywhere? Look at this. Let's go this way. Well, now. If I was the man, I never was, I could chop this much faster and easier. But since I'm the man I am, it's got to settle for slow and steady. I'll be the turtle. Just don't call me Myrtle. The only reason this axe is working, besides it's sharp, pretty sharp, it's got a short handle. I wouldn't call it whippy, but I would say it's got a powerful short swing and a very good wedging effect. This is a 100% splitter. Whereas I was estimated that the Timber Pilot I was using on this earlier, was just getting stuck in here, was probably 60-40 splitter chopper. That one has a nice finesse with it. Here, we're in pure beast mode. But sometimes a beast is just what you need. Thing of beauty. Okay. Let's see where we go with this one. An ARG. Success. Success. Good enough. How about this one? This has been at least a full hour of very high quality cardiovascular workout. I think we're past Zen, however. Way past Zen. I stop thinking Zen when I bring this axe out. I suppose it could cross my mind now and then, but mostly it's straight. Brute force. This, by the way, is the upper reach of the ants. It's about 7 feet up the tree. And they've got a nice little home in between the other two adjacent branches and way down into the roots. I've been having heart-to-heart talks with those ants for the last 2 or 3 years, convinced them to find another home. Okay, how many swings? I predict 3. 1. 2. 3. 3.1, round it down to the nearest whole number. It's 3. My arithmetic teacher might not disagree with that. And I am done with this one. The next ones, which I'll show you now, are going to be easy peasy by comparison. I mean, there, see that one there? It's got a big knot in the side of it, but you can easily work around the knot, away from, on the sides away from the knot where it's clean. And the other, they're all shorter, 12, 14, might be 15 inches. A couple of pretty knotty ones up there, but none produce the highest quality of character development as did this awesome chunk right here. The question is, how much intelligence will I actually apply in sawing these 2 shorter ones down? If I'm at all smart about this, I'll cut it here, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12, 12. Get them out of the way, and once these are out of the way, so I can get a safe cut, then I can back pull this one with a come along. I don't know if you can see it there. Hopefully you can. Let me get back here and look where I am. Yeah. Notice that these are leaning pretty far back, but not that far. They're so full of water that makes them much heavier than they would be at a different time of the year. This one was, big one here, was certainly full of it. And So I'm going to use a come along, get somebody to help me. We're just going to tug these back into the yard. There's a nice place for them to lay down, both of them. Starting with this one to get out of the way, so I can safely get back to that one, make his back cut once these other stumps are out of the way. So one step at a time. I have enough work here to keep me out of trouble for a while with all of these. And of course I got to burn that brush. But what fun. What fun. I used to have the Boy Scouts come over, help me with this, and some of the other younger men from our church, and they had a good time with this. But every time I had someone come help, a lot of fun was had by everyone, and one axe handle always got broke. So you just had to factor that into the cost of doing business, or cost of having this much fun. And as I recall, my sons-in-law may recall differently, but as I recall, both of them came out to the woodpile back when I had a bunch of mulberry a few years ago. Big, really nice mulberry, which has all been used up now. And in conjunction with them persuading me that they should marry my wonderful daughters, we split some firewood together. And we demonstrated that form sometimes, even in an old guy, outperforms youthful brute strength. Experience with splitting this kind of wood takes a while to learn. Like I said in my prior video, I really enjoy watching the gentleman that I mentioned there chop. I mentioned the chainsaw sharpening by Buck and Billy Ray, which really upped my game in that area. But he also has some wise words of wisdom about axe splitting, mostly splitting. He doesn't do much bucking with an axe. With a saw, yes, but he has some pretty good insights based on years of experience. And I've been doing this for 50 years, and I have a few thoughts too that are worthwhile. But I defer to the masters of the game and enjoy all the fun I can get out of it in my little small micro forest in my backyard that requires continuous management, because the trees that are getting old need to be succeeded by younger trees. And I'll be planting a few as soon as I burn this big, finish cutting it and burning it out. And then I'm going to plant probably maybe an oak tree here. This is a good place for an oak tree. I might plant one on both sides, or I might put some more birch trees. I'm saving some fruit trees to go back over in the garden area, because I'm going to be downsizing my garden, and I'm planting in some fruit trees that will require less effort and focus and more specialized in my garden on tomatoes and bell peppers and a few things that are especially satisfying to grow. Okay, that is the end of this video. I don't know if anybody's going to watch it or not. If you watched the previous one, though, you have all my sympathy, because I spent the whole last video chopping on this thing. But this video, I pulled out Big Bertha, the Super Magnum splitter, the Helco 6.5 pounder, I believe it is. Check the website, see if I'm off half pound. They sell these, and I really like them. If this hadn't worked, then my next step would have been to bring out a couple of wedges, and the wedges would have made short work of this. But that one's more fun. If I can do it with an axe, even if it's harder, I will choose to do it with an axe. If I have to use wedges or a chainsaw, then it feels a little bit like a personal failure. But not so much that when I cut these, I'm going to make them shorter like those. And then we'll let that really sweet forest axe shine. And on these, it's almost down. This is getting down to the point. I think I can take these on now and finish them out with the wait a minute, I'll use the 4-pound Pilot, Timber Pilot on these. I think they can handle them well. And this one, I believe, is about ready for me to go after it with the nice little 3-pound Forest Axe, which I used so much in the prior videos in the fall. Anyway, end of talking. I'm saying too much. I'm just having way too much fun. Grandkids, I'm waiting for you to come up here and help me. Come on up. It's time to have fun, and I got plenty of axe handles, so we'll do it. We'll have fun. See you guys. Bye.